KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. The all-new 2018 Kona by Hyundai, available at Cars Plus. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Ahead on Primetime, step down as the legislative chair on public safety. That's the request being made by the top brass of the police department. Plus, signed, sealed, and delivered, the governor signs off on a measure lawmakers passed to get the government out of the financial crisis. And public health forces two Tumon restaurants to shut its doors after findings of roaches and rodents.
Half a day and good evening.
Remove her as the Guam Police Department's oversight chair. The top brass of GPD sending a letter to Speaker B.J. Cruz today stating they lost confidence in Senator Talina Nelson following the recent special sessions.
The police department telling me they will let the letter speak for itself, but Senator Nelson says she isn't going anywhere.
GPD wants Senator Talina Nelson out. The letter from Police Chief J.A. Cruz to the legislative speaker states they lost all confidence in her capacity as an oversight chair to understand the impact of this crisis. Referring to the current government crisis, the chief says, quote, no dialogue was ever initiated by the oversight chair to discuss the reduction and how it will impact GPD's operations. The top brass also citing that in special session, Nelson said it was the job of the police chief to address the cuts, and she has not proposed a solution to the cuts in wages and furloughs for the men and women in blue. Nelson responded not long after KUAM obtained a copy of the letter.
I was surprised that he quoted me during Committee of the Whole, but I was just reiterating my support for his decision, because when a question was asked if he's still able to perform his duties and guarantee the safety of the public, his answer was yes.
That discussion surrounded the closure of the Hagåtña police precinct. The removal request has Nelson stunned.
I'm so surprised that he's requesting such matters, but I guess that's the political nature of his job. I believe that I've done a very good job as the public safety chair in ensuring that that they were, getting the resources that they need, and my door is always open to them.
Nelson also highlighting a bill to eliminate the tax exemption on liquid fuel transshipped through Guam, which she says 40% of revenues would go to GPD. She's since scheduled informational briefings set for the coming weeks to discuss the public safety agency's revenue shortfalls.
I hope that he can be solution-oriented and put aside Put aside everything and let's just focus on how to serve the people better.
Despite the letter from the police chief, Nelson is standing her ground.
No intention to step down. I absolutely have zero intentions of stepping down. I have not. I don't believe that I have done anything illegal to warrant that.
The tax bill is now law. The business privilege tax will increase from 4% to 5% beginning April until September 30th.
And a 2% general sales tax is supposed to take effect by the 1st of October. Nestor Lecanto has the story.
Less than 24 hours after the legislature passed the bill, Governor Calvo put his signature on it, meaning a 25% increase in BPT by April 1st and a likely rise in prices as businesses typically must pass it on. However, the increase covers less than half of the $67 million drop in revenue created by the Trump tax reforms, and new revenue infusion from the tax hike won't kick in until May 20. That's why the governor says he's forced to maintain the status quo. The fire stations, the Hagåtña precinct, and sports facilities will remain closed for now. And as the cash crisis continues, so do questions about whether the government can make payroll next week.
We are going to obviously do our best in regards to ensuring that we don't have a payless payday, but we already know March is going to be a very difficult month.
Administration Director Edward Burns says if the cash does come up short, the options include paying only net salaries like the hospital did last payday or a percentage of salaries. The governor will submit his fiscal realignment plan next week that will outline at least $30 million in budget cuts, and the legislature also gave him the authority for a more permanent streamlining of operations through through reorganizing the government.
For me to say that at this point, what service, what agencies should be in the chopping block is too premature. I think that's something that we need to have this discussion with the legislature and with our stakeholders. Because I do believe if we are going to eliminate agencies, if we are to cut off services that were once provided by this government, I don't think this particular piece of legislation authorizes that.
In addition, the administration must also submit the rules and regulations for implementing a general sales tax, which is supposed to go into effect by next fiscal year. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Guam's fiscal woes continue to concern international bond rating firm Moody's Investors Service. It has now also changed its outlook on the bond debt of the Guam Power Authority and the Guam International Airport Authority from stable to negative. This follows the announcement yesterday of a similar outlook change for the Guam Waterworks Authority's bond debt. Moody's says the new assessment reflects the linkage between the agencies and the financial health and stability of Guam. Specifically, it cites the impact of federal tax reform and an established $67 million decrease in general fund revenues for fiscal year 2018. Moody's says while the agencies operate fairly independently, it expects they will not be able to disconnect from the local economic conditions or material financial stress at the government level.
Now a look at the extra hours worked by legislative staff in recent weeks. The 34th Guam Legislature Central Operations Office has started giving compensatory time off to employees to make up for the 312 extra hours worked during the special sessions called by Governor Calvo during the fiscal crisis. Central Office supervisors began having employees take time off on Thursday, and today 5 Central Office workers took time off to make up for
on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
Join the most excellent of egg hunts at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam on Tuesday, March 27 from 3 to 7 p.m. Pre-register for the right age group in one of the 4 egg hunts per hour. Call 647-4544 or stop in the restaurant and sign up at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
To me, Blue Moon pairs really well with Guam because Blue Moon is a beer that's exotically spiced. It's very unique and different than anything else out there in the marketplace. We always want to make sure that they're food friendly. You can pair them up with dishes, practically anything. The ingredients are the malts, the hops, the spices. We put them together on that canvas, and the finished work of art is our bottle of Blue Moon beer.
There are more ways to to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Welcome back. Well, a longtime Department of Education teacher is the latest to stand accused of child sex abuse. Over 4 decades ago, Goring T. Duenas allegedly sexually molested and abused an elementary school student.
The details were provided in a civil complaint filed in the Superior Court of Guam today. Time apparently didn't heal these wounds. A 50-year-old Barragata man has filed a civil complaint in the Superior Court of Guam against longtime DOE teacher and principal Goring T. Duenas. The alleged incident occurred over 4 decades ago, in 1977, when Duenas was a teacher at Talafofo Elementary School. According to court documents, the victim, only identified as SBA to protect his privacy, was only 10 years old when he was subject to fondling, masturbating, and oral copulation performed by Duenas. SBA details 2 incidents of abuse. The first allegedly occurred after school in a classroom. After helping Duenas to carry boxes to the classroom, the teacher allegedly locked the door behind him, pulled down the boy's shorts, and performed sex acts on him. SBA was instructed to keep quiet and not say anything. A second incident allegedly occurred in Duenas' car. Court documents state the teacher was entrusted with dropping the boy to and from practice, but had pulled over to a secluded area before allegedly removing the boy's shorts and performing sexual acts. SBA reports being so traumatized he made excuses to skip school and practice. In his civil complaint filed by attorney David Lujan in the Superior Court of Guam on Friday morning, SBA demands trial by a jury of 6 and general damages in a sum to be proven at trial. We should note Duenas had an extensive career with the Department of Education, moving from school to school as a teacher, counselor, and principal until his retirement in 2008. The plaintiff reports Duenas returned to teaching in 2009 at a Catholic school. KUAM files show Duenas ran for mayor of Talafofo in 2012 but lost to the incumbent. In 2006, KUAM files also show, while serving as principal of Maria Ulloa Elementary, he was arrested and charged with assault and felonious restraint after trying to resolve a dispute between 2 school aides. At least one of the 160 clergy sexual abuse lawsuits is seeing a lot of action. Filed in the district court this week, the alleged victim, only identified as BT to protect her privacy, has filed a motion to dismiss the counterclaim filed by named defendant Joe R. St. Augustine, a former Catholic priest. St. Augustine recently filed his counterclaim, arguing he had suffered from embarrassment, shame, and smearing of character as a result of BT's allegations. In her motion, BT argues she's protected by Guam's Citizen Participation in Government Act, which creates a balance between rights of persons to file lawsuits and to trial by jury. As reported, BT alleges St. Augustine kissed her and touched her privates, as well as digitally penetrated her when she was only 12 years old. A 4th grade student from Maria Ulloa Elementary is hit by a car while walking to a school bus stop Friday morning. Guam Department of Education spokesperson Isa Baza says it happened along Azuda Street in Dededo around 8 a.m. She says the vehicle struck the student's arm and the student complained that he was in pain. He is said to be doing okay, and his parents have since been contacted. The incident has been reported to the Guam Police Department. It was just last week a Finagatan Elementary School student was hit walking to a bus stop. DOE is encouraging drivers to heed caution on the road, especially in school zones.
2 restaurants in Tumon are forced to shut down after a complaint of rats seen running across the floor. Public Health ordered Mom's Bop Burger and Shogun Restaurant in Tumon to close its doors. Now, inspectors initially gave both establishments a C grade, but signs of rats were enough to suspend both sanitary permits. For Shogun Restaurant, inspectors' findings included rodent droppings in the grease container drawers under customer grills in the dining area and cockroaches in the storage room. Health officials say both shops share the same kitchen, forcing their closures due to the roach infestation as well.
Guam is among other U.S. territories, certain local government, independent, and educational entities eligible for a grant to cut energy costs. U.S. Interior Assistant Secretary Insular and International Affairs Doug Dominique is calling for proposals for its Energizing Insular Communities program for fiscal year 2018. Multiple project proposals may be submitted, ranging from a minimum of $150,000 per project to the full grant amount nearing $3 million expected to be available. The deadline is May 31st.
Well, stick around. Sports is next, but first, your island weather.
We know how life can be when you're young, wild and free. That's why GTA hooks it up with the best phones at the best prices to keep you living life to the fullest. Get the Motorola Moto G4 for free, an Alcatel A3 XL for only $49, or the Samsung Galaxy A8 for only $99, with a $50 per month unlimited talk and text plan, including 5 gigs of high-speed data. Visit gta.net or a store for details.
Celebrate the magic of Southern Guam on the Talafofo River at the Valley of the Leti River Festival 3 on April 7th and the 8th. Explore the Talafofo River on our riverboats, tour our pineapple plantation, ride a carabao, ply on traditional canoes, throw a talaza, feast on delicious chamorro food, enjoy cultural dancing and local entertainment all day long. Canoe carvers, artists, farmers, and traditional healers will celebrate with us from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Celebrating Southern Guam is presented by the mayors of Talafofo and Inarajan, GVB, Foodies, Midpack, Pepsi, Takagi and Associates, Kloppenberg Enterprises, Jungle Riverboat, and the stations of KUAM. Visit valleyoftheleti.com or call 789-3342 for information.
This is pollock, and this is pollock, but they're totally different. One is pollock South Dakota, and the other is real wild-caught Alaska pollock from a certified sustainable fishery. And that's the pollock you'll find in the McDonald's Filet of Fish. So, no matter where you are, you can always get real fish caught sustainably from here. So let's review. This is that one place called pollock, this is real wild-caught Alaska pollock, and this is who can bring it all together, sourced from a sustainable fishery. And it's delicious.
2017 Nissan Altima and Sentra. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring automatic emergency braking that can help stop for you. Take on today. Get to your local Nissan dealer for great offers like this.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports, brought to you by Triple J. It's Friday, so you know what that means. We're going to head to Diarento and Dedito for our Athlete of the Week. Check it out. We're here at Diarento and Dedito for our Athlete of the Week. Today we have FD rugby player Matias Calvo.
Congratulations on being Diarento's Athlete of the Week. Who would you like to present the check to?
I would like to present the check to Feed 25 organization to help impoverished kids in the Philippines.
Matias, congratulations on winning your third consecutive boys high school rugby championship. Talk about the work and effort you guys put in as a team heading into this year's season as back-to-back champions.
This season, we know we had a lot of people leave from last year who were seniors, so our coaches really put us through a lot of conditioning sessions and a lot of team runs. So our practices are pretty tough, and that's kind of what helped us this season.
You guys faced the Simon Sanchez Sharks in the championship game. Meeting them a few weeks earlier was a pretty close game. What was the difference maker this time around that allowed you guys to pull ahead so far in the title game?
I think the main thing for us was we were working together as a team. Everyone was playing their part. Everyone was sharing the ball. And just overall, our teamwork was a lot better than the first game when we played them.
Entering your senior year next season, how does the team look to possibly complete that dynasty of 4 championships?
I think we look pretty good. We have a lot of people leaving, but we have a lot of returnees too. A lot of returnees in the backs and both in the backs and in the forwards. So I think we look pretty good for next season.
Securing a gold medal for yourself in boys high school wrestling, a rugby title under your belt. What's next for you now as far as sports?
I'm going to go back to training wrestling with Phoenix Wrestling Club and hopefully get another championship next year.
Congratulations. Stay tuned to our next Darrentone Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by...
Don't forget mandatory packet pickup for next weekend's 22nd annual Payless Kick the Fat 5K is at the old Citibank building in East Agania, now called Trans-Pacific Brokers. Head down between 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can also register for chip timing to make your race time official if you didn't make the online registration deadline last night. The ASC Trust Islanders stay on top of the Aloha Maid Mineta Cup Elite Youth League U18 Division leaderboard following the team's 1-0 win over Quality Distributors. Takumi Ito kicked through the eventual game-winning goal in the 82nd minute of the match to help secure the win for his team. Quality's loss slips the team down to third in the league's rankings after Wings Red. The Wings team opened their season defeating GPSI Southern Cobras 9-1. Matthew Iseki led all scorers with 4 goals.
That's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
The brand new Nissan Rogue Sport, now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies, like automatic emergency braking, now on the Nissan Rogue family. Take on today. Get to your local Nissan dealer for great offers like this.
Ooh, it's another Scotcher.
We're celebrating our 135th anniversary today, both in the outlying regions on which we hub and also here in Guam itself. It means so much to our team here in Guam. It means a lot to us in the Matson management team, because what it says is we're here to stay. It's a real physical manifestation of our commitment to this region. It's so important that we hire locally, we develop talent locally, we train locally. What's been a wonderful addition to our approach there is that many of the people who started off in Guam have gone off into significant leadership roles elsewhere in the company.
This is our headquarters here in Guam in Micronesia. And when we talk about putting down our roots, it's not just doing business, it's about everything we do with our friends, our customers, and our employees. I believe that nobody can replicate what we do, and that's why we have such a great team and such a great service and why we're successful. This is our home, this is our life, and we're happy to make a difference in everyone else's life.
Join the most excellent of egg hunts at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam on Tuesday, March 27 from 3 to 7 p.m. Pre-register for the right age group in one of the 4 egg hunts per hour. Call 647-4544 or stop in the restaurant and sign up at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
Triple J says yes. Zero down? Yes. 1.9% financing? Yes. Easy trade-in? Yes. No payments for 90 days? Yes. We'll have you saying yes, too, to these amazing deals. Like our big boy truck, the Ford F-150 at only $217 per paycheck. Or the top safety pick Mazda CX-5 Sport at only $194 per paycheck. Or turn heads in the Mazda 3 Sport or the sleek and sophisticated Kia Soul. Both for only $129 per paycheck. Visit us online at triplejguam.com. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J, customers first.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy birthday, Misha Ray Almagas Alves. Happy 13th birthday, Misha Ray. Love always, Grandma and your family in Guam. Lakeisha Sampson Paredo, happy birthday to my girl Lakeisha. Hugs and kisses from Mom, Dad, Ross, Renzo, and Reagan. Tony May C. Uggan, happy 16th birthday from Mom, Dad, and her brother and sisters. Also, happy belated birthday going out to Thomas Witchard. Happy belated to Maria Fujikawa Delgado. Happy 84th birthday, beauty. Love your entire family, as well as to Dolores Fujikawa Charglock. Happy 94th from your family as well.
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday.
And it's that time of the week to
For
announce.
my weekly drum roll / the winner of this week's Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake is Christian Joe Tapasnia. Happy birthday today.
Right.
A rep will be contacting you on how you can redeem your yummy Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake. And don't forget to share with us.
Yes, please. That's going to do it for us here in the news desk. Stay tuned. Extras next, and have a safe weekend.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
Half day, everybody. Welcome to the show. The Music Man is in studio to lead off our broadcast tonight. Stephen Bednarczyk from the University of Guam.